This is the homo positivity
in the shed.
And I'm ready to have some fun. Gonna get on my cell phone and call up everyone. I got money in my pocket, looking fly, ain't that the truth? DJ play my jam, cause I'm ready to get loose.
How is it going, everybody? Welcome back once again. Welcome back to In the Shed. It's me and the boy Bobby. What else do y'all expect? If you'll click on this, I guess you kind of expect me to be here every week with Bobby. But this episode is a very special one, actually. Today, not really today, around this time, more accurately in March, so last month. But we're going to act like it's today because this is the 1 year anniversary episode for In the Shed. Guys, 1 whole year. It doesn't feel like I've been in here for 1 year talking to y'all. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess. That's what they say. That's what I say. But it has been an incredible year. In the shed, outside the shed. Had wonderful guests in here. We had Lenny, John, Harold was in here. We had Richard, Enid. We had a few people in here in just that 1 year. Wow. But I could not be more happy with the setup, with my own determination, honestly, because I told myself to get committed and to just go for it. To find something that I could commit to and put my all into. And that place has been right here with you guys and In the Shed. So boom. So honestly, I hope you guys feel the same way. I hope that when you guys click on a new episode, when you guys come join me here for a little chat, I hope that you guys just listening wherever you are, at work, driving while listening to a podcast, at home cleaning while listening to a podcast, whatever it is that you like to do while listening to a podcast. I just want you guys to feel like that's it. Like it's just me and you right here chilling in the shed. I want you guys to act like you're Bobby, like you're sitting here with me instead of Bobby. That's why Bobby doesn't really have a face. Because Bobby's just Bobby. I want you guys to picture yourself right here next to me, just chatting it up, having a good old time and chill time. We could talk about personal stuff, whatever stuff. The judge-free zone, like Planet Fitness says. This is In the Shed, the homo positivity. I want you to feel just at home when you hear me speak to you. And then listen. And if you want to do more, like below, comment below, subscribe to the channel. And if one day you want to come join me and actually sit here with me in the shed and have a little chat, let's do it. I'm down to do it. We could do it on camera, off camera, whatever it is. I'm always down to have a chat. If you ever just need someone that you want to just talk to, the boy is here. Hancer's here. Maybe you don't even want to talk to me. Maybe you want some alone time with Bobby. That's fine too. I'll let you come in here and just sit down with Bobby. I'll leave. I'll let you guys have some fun alone time. I don't know. But anyways, before I get into a tangent, before I get into a random tangent, fix my necklaces real quick. I hope you've been doing great. I hope you're doing the best you can, because honestly, keep holding the mic like this, like I'm rapping. Because honestly, hold it like this, like a news report. Because honestly, there's so much going on in the world. So I hope that you're surviving. It's so much stuff going on. You turn the news channel, it's just negativity this way, negativity that way. Boom, 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 boom. War stuff, this stuff. We got the Pope getting involved now. Other countries that are getting involved. This is insane. No matter where you go, where you click, it's just bad news, bad news. That's why you got to come here. You got to come to In the Shed. The homo positivity. This is the good news channel. This is what I like to call it, the good news channel. We don't talk about good things here. And yeah, guys, that's why we do this. This is why we do this, to be the positive in the world that we can't find. We can't find that positivity in the world, so we have to make it our own. So In the Shed is, that's what I would want you to try to strive in. Whatever you do it with positivity. Do it with good intentions. At your job, at your hobbies, or whatever you do. Walk with that intention, with good intent, with that intention of goodness. as you go through your day, every person you see, hold the door for that person walking behind you. Hold it open for them. Say thank you. Say please. Say you're welcome. Things that go a long way, and it's not costing you anything. So why not just do it? Be the positive that you want to see in the world. We can do it together. I started. I'll start the lead. I got in the shed here. The home positivity. Let me know down below. What do you do that's positive in your life, or what do you try to do that's positive? What is it that you want to change for the more positive thing in your life? Anything? Come on, there gotta be something. There gotta be one thing you can think of. Let me know down below. That's the question of the day. What is one thing in your life that you do to make the world a better place? That's the question of the day. What is one thing in your life you do to make the world a better place? Let me know down below, guys. Let me know. Let's start the conversation. Let's do it. But anyways. Oh, it's my eye. Because if you really think about it, that's the norm. The norm that we live in this society, this fast society that I've spoken about before, is that the norm is that we're not special. You're not special. Everything is negative. They put all these things in your head and they make you think that you don't have all these possibilities that you could go to. They take all these possibilities for right under you. Oh, you that's why when your kids will go at so you grow up looking at a doctor. You go to a doctor's office as you're a kid with your mom, you look at a doctor and you're thinking, oh, I want to be a doctor when I grow up. And then by the time you're like 12, you're in what, middle school at that point, and you're thinking, yo, screw this. I don't like school. I don't want to go for school for many more years. Screw this. I can't be a doctor. Now the word becomes can't. Now I was like, I can't do that. I can't be in school for all those years. No, no, no. And then you start to limit yourself. That's the word I was looking for before. Limit. You limit yourself. They limit you in the society, so you can't think that you could be more than you can be, more than you are right now, more than you were in the past. You can. You can. But that's what I've noticed. That's what I've noticed. It's the society we live in, and every time we try to do something to better ourselves, we have to push against that norm, against that normal structure that they build. They build a normal structure, and we are going to be the foundation for the new possibilities, the new positive world we're building. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Because the goal is to better yourself. The goal is to better yourself, but also knowing that you are already enough now. You're already great. You're already great, and we can become greater. That's always the goal, to be greater. You have to be aware that the best is yet to come. It's only gonna get better from here. The best is yet to come. You have to throw it out in there. You have to manifest it, say it out loud. The best is yet to come. You haven't seen the best yet. Wouldn't that be disappointing if you had already? You've seen the best already. It's not gonna get better. A little disappointing. You and I try to do this as well in my everyday life. So I'll tell you personally then. I personally try to plant the seed of positivity in anyone who I encounter. At my job every day at the office. The cardiology office, people come in, got to do some EKGs, got to check out their heart. I deal with patients every single day. Last year, this lady comes in. How are you? Good. How's life? Okay. Any this, any that, whatever. She's just not having it. Fine. You don't gotta talk to me. The whole time she's giving me the cold shoulder. I'm going through her thing. Boom, 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 boom. She was there for like test results, I think, so I didn't even have to do all that much. I didn't even have to do an EKG on her. So right before I leave, I just felt like I had to. I just had that feeling. I just had to. Right before I left, I looked at her and I was like, "What do you do when you have a bad day?" She's looking at me and she's like, "What to do when you're having a bad day?" And I was like, "No, no, no. What do you do when you're having a bad day?" She was like, "I don't know." And I was like, "You make it better." She started laughing. She wasn't even smiling on nothing before she started laughing. And I was like, "Hope your day gets better." Then I left. That's it. I never seen that lady before. I never seen her after. But I do hope that I planted that seed in there that maybe she whatever was going on in her day, she left and was like, oh yeah, I gotta do something about this. I can't just dread it, let it affect my day, let it change the way my day is gonna go. Wouldn't be the right thing to do. The moral of the story with that is that I'm hoping that anytime she has a similar day like that, or I hope that even that same day when she walked away, I hope that she thought about that and she learned the lesson. Maybe she was like, he's right. Because what are you really gonna let one little thing ruin the rest of your day? You know, it was one of my favorite affirmations that I read in the morning. As soon as I wake up, my routine is I wake up with my eyes, I grab my book, got my affirmations written there, I got my prayers written there. I read that first, talk to the Lord. Always, 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 always so important. And one of my affirmations that I have on there is that I have written, the day started at 12 and it's already a great day. That's it. That's it. Because we as in me and you, I don't speak French, but we love to wake up, whatever time it is. I wake up at like 5:30. To wake up and we're already hitting the world with the little yawns in there. I'm so tired. Ugh, I don't want to go to work. Ugh, I don't feel good. Ugh, this hurts. Is that? Oh, that's what the world is ready to throw at you when you open your eyes. But the day didn't just start right now, right at that moment. The day started many hours before then. To me, 5 hours and 30 minutes before then. I have to think about it for a second. For me, 5 hours and 30 minutes before. The day started at 12. Who am I to wake up and tell the day how it's gonna be? The day's already been great since 12 o'clock. People who started their day at 3 in the morning already been loving the day. 2 hours ahead of me, they've been enjoying the great blessings of the day. But I'm gonna wake up 2 hours after them and talk about how bad the day is, tell them how bad the day is. Come on now, that makes no sense. The day started at 12 and it's already a great day. That's it. All we have to do is get up and go look for those things, the positive things, the blessings God has left for us. Just gotta get up and go look for them. You, you know what we like to do? You know what? Let's real talk, real talk, real talk. You know what we like to do? We like to leave our house with two bags. You know, we all do it. Think about it. Think about it for 1 second. What two bags do you leave your house with? Give me a moment to think about it. We all do. Men and women. No, it's not your purse. It's not a shopping bag. Nope, nope, nope. Not a backpack. Nope. We all leave our home with two bags. One on this hand, called the good bag. One on the other hand, called the bad bag. And the whole day we go through our day is looking at, oh, that's good, goes in the good bag. That's bad in the bad bag. Good, bad, good. And that's what we do. Through the whole day, we sort it. We sort things out. Then at the end of the day, we get home with our two bags full of stuff. All this bad stuff that happened today. Boss yelled at me. It's late for work, traffic, there was an accident, anything. Anything. We put it in that bad bag. And all the good things, that person, there was a parking spot near the door. Boom. Got a discount on this. Boom. There was no traffic while going home. Boom. All these stuff that we put in the good bag. They ain't no bag. Leave the bags at home. Don't take the bags out. Leave the bags at home. We don't gotta be, oh, that's good, that's bad. No, no. Life is just life. That's it. Life is just life. Life is gonna do what life is gonna do. And y'all heard this phrase before. We're just here to control what we can control. What are we gonna do about we can't control? We're gonna call it bad. That's what it is. We're gonna call it bad. We can't control it, so now it's bad. It goes in the bad bag. There's a lot of things in my day that I can't control. And if I put all those things in a bag, in my bad bag, things that I don't like, things that don't agree with me, I'm gonna fill up that bag. That bag's gonna be 3 times the size of the good bag. I'm gonna get home and look at this huge bag compared to my small bag, and I'm gonna be like, I had a horrible day, according to my evidence. No, no, I don't agree. I don't agree. Don't. It's not the right way to do it. Life is just life. I work with different doctors at my job. There's some days I'm not even working with doctors. I'm just doing tests. There's some days I'm not doing tests or doing doctors. I'm just printing. I'm just sitting on the computer printing all day. If I put in my head which days I prefer, or I like printing days better, or I like testing better, or I like rooming with the doctors better, now I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna look forward to, like, yeah, I have my preferences, yeah, but it's just work. That's it. It's just work. I tell myself in my head, I'm going in at this time, and then I should be done by this time. That's it. It don't matter what I'm doing. That's all I tell myself. Because work is work. That's it. And I'm glad I have a job. I'm very happy I have a job. So, does that mean work is good? Maybe work is good. Maybe work is good. I don't even know what else to say about that. I feel like I've been ranting about positivity, good and bad, but it's the truth. It's something I'm very passionate about. That's why I guess I get into these rants. It is the truth. In the middle of me going through these rants, let me cut it off and remind you guys, like 90% of our viewers are not subscribed, don't like the video, don't comment. So just want to stop real quick and let you guys know, a little reminder: if you're not subscribed down below, subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to support us here in the shed. It's free. It's free, completely free. You can like, comment. It's completely free. Hey, turn that little bell notification button so you don't miss the next video. It's the best way to support us small content creators like the boy Hancer, the boy Bobby here in the shed. Well, anyways, back to the video, guys. Bow. I did have a question for you guys. I wrote this down. I've been thinking about this for a couple weeks. What's up with these conspiracy theories going around about the smart cities? Oh, the smart cities. The people think that the government is working towards with like big banks to buy up land, build housing, make these walkable cities where you could just shop for whatever at a walking distance. No cars in the way, so people don't have to own cars. People are making this such a big deal and a big conspiracy. Like, what do y'all think? Is this really true? Like, sounds convenient to me. My car gives me so many trouble, accidents. My mom just got into a car accident. Always oil changes, car trouble, whatever. Pieces break, this and that. I wouldn't mind living in a city where I don't have to use a car. Maybe not like the city, like New York City. That's way too packed. It's way too much. New York City is way too much. I get overwhelmed when I go to the city. Too many people walking, traffic. Everyone drives like crazy. But then again, there won't be no cars, so I guess I saw that like in a lot of places in like Arizona, I think they have a Walmart and Amazon that deliver by drones, and I heard that that would be in the smart cities too. I don't know. I don't know how I would feel about that. Should we be sounding the alarm on this? Is this just a dumb conspiracy theory? But then again, a lot of conspiracy theories have been coming out right. Apparently, we got the Havana syndrome has been kind of confirmed, kind of leaked that has been confirmed. It was I believe 60 Minute did a report on this that the U.S. I don't know if the word caught was really the right word to use, or if that's even the word they used. But the U.S. Was found to be buying or interested in buying a Russian type device sold like in the black market or something that could produce microwaves or radio waves and affect people to make them think like they're hearing things, hearing beeps, frequencies are not really there. I mean, I guess they are there, but other people can't detect or hear. A device that like it's like a small box that they could just bring into a building, turn it on, and then see people freak. I saw in that 60 minute report that we're talking about that apparently, I believe this is a foreign country in a U.S. embassy, that two officers were going up the stairs and they were seen on CCTV collapsing, holding their head. Yeah, it was something like that. They collapsed, they were holding their head, and people think that they were using that. I know that there was reports of back in the day of these type of like symptoms that you could feel, and that's they call it Havana syndrome. and that would be related to Havana syndrome. That's what they call it. And yeah, for the last couple years, the last decade, it's all been conspiracy theory. Oh, that's not really happening. They can't do that. They can't do that. Kind of looks like it has been happening. Kind of looks like they can do it. So like that's a big conspiracy theory that's like coming out to light. So stuff like that, which they made us not. I say they made us. I'm not even a conspiracy theorist. But they made people think that we're crazy for even thinking that that was possible. Now it's just ha ha ha, J.K. It's been like this whole time. Or how about obviously the Epstein? The Epstein stuff is insane. People have been for the longest time theorizing that the elites, quote unquote, have been graping underage children, that they're a bunch of PDF files. I'm trying to use like the words that YouTube won't get rid of. Doing horrible crimes, torturing. It's unbelievable. It's disgusting. And seamless, all these people in power and owners of big companies, part of the government, either in the United States or outside of the United States, are seemingly not really getting punished for their crimes. In the UK, I think they revoked some titles. Prince Andrew, I think it is. I don't even know. They were what are the names? I don't want to get the wrong prince mixed up in this. But yeah, it's horrible, and it makes you think like all the years, every year we see reports of how many missing children cases, unsolved missing children, trafficking children, and like that makes you think, does this have anything to do with this creepy ass stuff? What the hell? Oh my goodness. Never mind. Can we move on to a better conspiracy theory? Let's see. Let's see. Talking about let's keep on talking about conspiracy theories since we're on the theme of it, and we'll stay in the same conversation. I read online once that people believe that aliens are in the ocean, right? People believe that they're all like, oh, outer space stuff is a whole cahoots to try to get you not to look right here in the ocean. You all know that, like, oh, they say the good old saying, 90% of the ocean is unexplored. We don't know what's in the in the depths under there in the deep depths. Anything could be there. There was reports I read also about like this flat, roundish, ovally structure in the ocean, maybe in the Indian Ocean. Y'all gotta fact check this. I don't got my producer here again. I'm gonna have a word with the producer about this scheduling stuff we've been having. If y'all knew how hot it is actually here. Anyways, what was I saying? The producer's not here. Can't fact check me. Anyways. Yeah, I think it's in the Indian Ocean. The reports were something like, I'm gonna look it up. Here it is. So there's a report of unexplained oval disc-shaped objects on the bottom floor, often determined as USOs. This one, the most famous report includes the Baltic Sea anomaly. So it's in the Baltic Sea, not the Indian Ocean. Oops. The Baltic Sea anomaly and a structure off the coast of Malibu. The Baltic Sea anomaly. Ocean X discovered a 200-foot wide oval-shaped object at the bottom of the Baltic Sea. I keep wanting to say ballistic. Of the Baltic Sea, which appeared on sonar to have rigid, non-natural features like pillars, walls, and a runway leading to it. What? Due to its resemblance to the Millennium Falcon, reports of electronic interference directly above the object, many speculated it was a sunken UFO. So it looks like the Millennium Falcon, which is the ship that Han Solo owns in Star Wars. I was going to say pilot. He pilots it. And there's reports of electronic interference with cameras and satellite phones failing. That I had read before, yes. That's freaky diggy. That is so freaky diggy, man. Mm-mm. Let's see. Off the Malibu coast, there's a dome. I remember this one. It's just the same thing. Is this the same thing? Where's the Baltic Sea? Uh-huh. See? That is a different one because the Baltic Sea is really far away from here. So this is another one. This is off the coast of the Malibu. Off the coast of Malibu. A roughly 3 mile wide oval shaped structure described as a giant domed building with columns was identified by Google Earth about 6 miles off the coast of Point Dume, California. Proponents, including Richards from the Fade to Black radio show, have suggested this could be a large permanent underwater alien base. What? See, that's way too sus. Maybe even convincing. A lot of the UFC. Well, I keep wanting. Now I'm always saying UFC. UFC fights were great last weekend. A lot of the UFOs videos that I've seen, a lot of those speculation videos, they do come from the water, or they end up in the water. They go back into the water, something like that. Anyways, but I'm gonna leave it off there with the conspiracy theories. We're gonna go crazy. What's your favorite conspiracy theory? Let me know down below. Have you all heard about the aliens in the ocean conspiracy theory? What y'all think about that? But let's talk some UFC. The UFC fights were good last weekend. Let's talk some UFC. So last weekend, I believe it was UFC 327. I mean, look that up to make sure I don't get the wrong number. So UFC 327 was last weekend. Just trying to make sure I got the number right. Overall, there were some fire fights. The fights were pretty good. We had a finish in the main event and the co-main event. Trying to remember what the third fight down was. We had a couple good fights. The whole card was pretty fire. But a lot of people are stuck on controversy with the main event. So let's talk about the main event. So in the co-main event, before we get to the main event, in the co-main event we had Paulo Costa versus I don't even know the boy's name. Before the boy was number 6, he was unranked. So it's not like I remember the boy's name. It doesn't matter because Costa took him out at the ranking, took his number 6, KO'd him. I think in the third round after setting up the head kick, fainting to the body, and then boom, set him up in the head. So fire. Costa gets a finish after in a long time. Costa has been on a slack streak for a while, but number 6, a light heavyweight, that's fire. Especially with right now the division kind of a little open with a new champ. So let's move on to that. Alex Pereira vacated the belt. He vacated the light heavyweight title belt and he moved up to heavyweight. He's going to be fighting Cyril Gahn for an interim title at the White House. Now that's going to be interesting. I can't wait for that. But in the meantime, he's gone out of here. In the meantime, the last weekend we had Yuri Prohaska versus Carlos Ulberg. Those are the proper contenders. Yuri, you could have swapped him out with maybe Ankalaev, but Ankalaev got knocked the fuck out by Alex in one round, so can't really give him a title shot after on a losing after getting KO'd. So Yuri and Carlos were in there. Carlos in a really nice run. I believe he had one loss in the UFC and that's it. And he's bounced back since then with like 8 in a row straight, I think. Put him in there with Yuri. It was a competitive first round, but Yuri was getting the better of Carlos. And at one point, Carlos threw a kick, and I believe he missed that one going back and jacked up his knee, ACL torn right out, maybe something like that. I'm not an athlete, I'm not sure. But messed up his leg. And for the next minute and a half, which was how much longer the fight about lasted, for the next minute and a half, Carlos kept trying to put force or power into that leg, and he couldn't. He would just kept slipping back. He couldn't put power in his punches because he can't put force on the legs. So Yuri had like at least 2 or 3 chances to get a good knockout punch in there, and honestly, it looks like Yuri held off. It looked like Yuri was like, oh, I don't want to do this, but Yuri seemed like he was being merciful, and that cost him the fight. Carlos fainted like the same hook like 3 times just to make sure he had it good in there, and then bow, lets it go, and boom, blows Yuri's chin out the water, man. KO's Yuri. Yuri was he was out at first, and he kind of got woken up towards the end of the finishing sequence. He's so disappointed. He's devastated. I feel so bad. But what are you gonna do? And what a comeback for someone like Carlos Ulberg. When your knees jacked up like that, if you watch anyone reacting to the fight, they're saying, "Oh, it's done. Like it's not gonna last any much longer." If it goes to the corner, his coach might be like, "Yo, you're not going back there." If it goes to if the ref sees him bugging out, the ref might be like, "Bro, I don't want you continuing. The fight is over. Rule it a TKO." But yeah, the fights were good though. New champ Carlos Ulberg. I hope if he has to be out for a year now that he's injured, if he really has to be out for a long time, then let's do Yuri versus Ankalaev, or throw someone else in there with Ankalaev. Screw it. Let's keep the divisions moving, man. We got to keep the divisions moving. Keep having fun fights, but can't wait for that White House card. That's gonna be fire, guys. If you like this episode, let me know down below. Thank you guys for watching us every week. Thank you for subscribing. For you who already subscribed, I do appreciate it. We're at 107, which is incredible. We just barely made a year, so 107 in a year. I like that. I like that. I'm so grateful, guys. Thank you for anyone that cares. Thank you for anyone that cares. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It's free. It's the best way to support us here in the shed. Makes us want to continue doing this every week. You already know. I'll catch you next week. It's the boy Hancer. Boom.
Not a doctor. Shh.